Yes, I wanted to introduce you to my channel. I have a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat that I've been modifying for a couple years now. I mainly focus on drag racing, car shows, modifications, stuff like that. I'll be starting to do how to make your own rear seat delete kit, and I'll walk you through the process, how I do it. Okay. I wanted to go over the materials I'll be using for making rear seat delete. So I got a 4x8 foot piece of 1/4 inch MFD board. I have Gorilla adhesive, and I'm going to be using speaker fabric to cover it, give it a good appearance whenever it's all said and done. I'll be using a jigsaw and two-sided Velcro and two bolts and nuts then to hold the rear into position. I'll show you that whenever I'm going through the process on it. Okay, we're in the back of my car right now. I wanted to mention I do have a roll cage in my car. There is two brackets that I had to pull out to do the rear seat delete. One is over here behind the driver's side, and the other one is over here that was on the passenger side. It was held in by two bolts. All you had to do was lift up on this, and you were able to get the hardware out to take the brackets out. Okay, as of right now, I just went ahead and outlined everything. So this is what it looks like. And if anybody has any messages on dimensions or anything like that, I'll do all the measurements on this. So if you want to make your own, it will make your life a lot easier than how I originally did this at first with a piece of cardboard and everything. So I will give that information if anybody is wanting it. So I will be moving on to the next step of using a jigsaw to cut out the patterns. Okay, it's a little bit later in the evening now. We had some dinner and everything, so right now I'm using the jigsaw to trim this up and get our pattern cut out. Okay. When this is all done, I will clean up the edges and everything on it. Nice. Okay. Okay, one piece is done. Okay, now all I have to do is just put them up for right now. Then I'll be moving on to using the adhesive. Okay, so I got both pieces trimmed up, cleaned up, cut up with measurements on there for an example for everyone. So if you are trying to make a template, you can use these measurements, like get a piece of cardboard, and then you can really fit it. But I can at least give you the measurements that work for my car, and will at least get you into the ballpark instead of guessing and trying to fit a piece of cardboard in there. So it will make your life a little bit easier also. So now I am at the point where I am going to start adhesiving, adding adhesive to these and putting the carpet on them. so they're a lot lighter. The reason why I am doing this is because it is a race car, but at the same time I do use it as a show car, so I do like everything to be light as possible but look good at the same time. Now I'm in the back of the car again, and I just am fit checking everything right now. I wanted to show you where I'll be mounting my bolt set for this. One goes right here on the driver's side. Right here, there's a hole already on my car. If you are doing a different car and you're using this just as a reference, you can make your own holes or whatever with the drill and everything. The other hole is over there. I will be laying the fabric on these next. I just wanted to make sure I had a nice fit and everything. And when the seat part that you actually sit on and everything, there will be a I'm going to be using two-sided Velcro that is down here on this side and this side. So that is how I will be securing it, as long as I don't have any vibrations or anything like that coming from the rear seat deletes. That will be as far as I'll be fastening it down. But I will find out once I actually finish them up and get them installed. Glue then the fabric. I have my daughter out here right now giving me a hand with this process. Okay. Okay, we are going to just be pulling a little bit of tension on it. Okay, let me come my way a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go down and just make sure it sits completely on it. Now I'm just smoothing it out right now to make sure we have no wrinkles or nothing in it. I'm going to let that sit there for a few minutes. Then after that I will be flipping it over, trimming it up, and gluing the back part of it then. And I will show that once this cures. Okay, now I'm working on another one. And since this is the back section and everything, I will be putting fabric on both sides. So whenever you're looking into the trunk, you just don't see bare wood. You'll actually see fabric. So, and I decided I'm going to do this by myself, just so in case you are doing this by yourself, that you do, I'll glue one half of it, make sure it's nice and smooth. No wrinkles, nothing like that in it. Then I'll move over and do the other side then. So, here we go. Okay, now I'll do the same process to the other side. Okay, I will let these set up for a bit, then I will trim up the fabric and everything, and we will do the back side of this one then. It's cured onto the wood and everything, so I will be removing some of this excess fabric, so whenever I roll it over and glue the back side, I don't have this much material. I want more like roughly about 2 inches myself, preferably, so it looks something like that. I will show you, well, I'm going to start trimming right now, then I'll show you then what I prefer it to look like whenever I'm done. And I'm doing this just with scissors, doesn't have to be accurate or anything like that. This will be the side that is underneath the seat that you won't actually be seeing, or the rear seat delete. Hopefully you didn't see me almost just trip over that. Okay, so this is more of where I want to be whenever I'm gluing this on. So I sat the glue down. Okay, let me give it a shake up. So I'm going to slowly just work at this just to make sure I get it how I want to. I'm not going to rush through this at all. So putting a little bit of tension on this and everything. Okay. And I keep misplacing my stuff. Got my scissors again. Okay. So I'm taking some of the material off of the corners, so whenever I am gluing it, I'm not overlapping everything. Okay. Okay, so when it's all said and done, it's going to look something like this. And the back will look like this for me. So, and all this material is costing me roughly under $65 for the 1/4-inch MFD board, the glue, and the speaker material for the fabric. Cost, I would say it was right around $65 for everything. So you can make a set of rear seat deletes for under $65 if you're willing to put the time in. Okay, so I'm on to the next section of it, and this is the one that's going to be having fabric put on both sides. So I am going to run this first piece almost flush with the wood and everything, because I'll be overlapping it with the next piece that will be on the back side, like going into the trunk, but it will be still covered up by how the car is laid out. So and I'm leaving roughly about a ½ inch of material on it all the way around, so I get a nice fit on the first section of it. So, and there's spots that have the indents and everything in, so I will have to put slices in it to make it fit better. So it just all trimmed up. Hopefully you're enjoying this process on how to do little modifications to your car and everything like that, and you like and subscribe to my channel. I am working mainly on my Challenger, but a lot of this stuff is universal as long as you spend the time and at least get the general idea what you're doing and everything like that. You just fit it to form to what works best for your car then. So once I glue this, I will have to be taking a break because I do need to take my dog to the vet and everything. So I'll have to pick this up on the other side of it then. I usually give it like a minute after spraying, or you're supposed to give it roughly a minute for the glue to get a little bit tacky before bonding them together. So not that I really could tell that big of a difference on if I did that or if I don't do that. It all seems like it bonds really well with the fabric onto the wood. And all I'm doing is pretty well just rolling the fabric over. Okay. Okay, then this is what the one side's going to look like. A little bit of fabric on it, roll it over and everything. So whenever I put the other side on, it will overlap the other side. So looking pretty good right now for a do-it-yourself video. Okay, now I'll give it a little bit of time until it all sets up and everything, then trim it on the back side and glue the overlap down. Okay. Okay, on this I'm not going to try to get too much overspray onto the fabric that's going to be showing. I'm going to be doing just a section at a time. And this will not be exposed also once it's actually in the car.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we'll let that dry for a little bit. But whenever it's sitting in the car, it's going to be looking like this. And this will be the side that's exposed that you're looking at from inside the car. And when you're looking through the trunk, it will be this side. But these edges should all be covered up. And I'll give you a good photo of that also whenever it's all set. Hey, so I just ended up placing the rear seat delete back into the car after test fitting, and this is what the final product does look like. You can see the two bolts that I secured holding the rear seat on, and that is actually very secured on my style on the Challenger's vehicle. So, and now I'll show you what the actual back looks like looking in through the trunk now. Okay, so now we are inside the trunk, and I just wanted to let you see whenever I said I was overlapping it that you would not see anything whenever you look through the trunk and everything. So this is what the finished product looks like on the trunk, and I'm hoping that this helps you guys out, and hopefully you like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you.